Morning. So, heading up around the island today. Legs are feeling pretty good. It's so quiet. No one on the road. You can just hear the birds tweeting. It's about 7:45 on Sunday morning, and the idea is to ride around the island in a strong aerobic pace. Just try and be as efficient on the climbs as I can and use the terrain to pick up speed. The only problem is that the petrol station will be closed at the top of Familia, so my next water station will be right down the bottom of Pug as you head into Soler. Now there is a reason why I'm doing all of this, riding 100 miles one day, 100 miles the next, and then riding around the island, which would be close to 200. And that's to get fit for doing the jog this year, and also to train for my challenge in 2024, which is my Tour de France challenge. I'll put a link at the bottom of this video. And I'm doing that all to raise funds for mental health, and the goal is to raise £100,000. I'll say that again. The goal is to raise £100,000 for mental health charities. It's an absolute bonkers target, but I think it needs to be. I'm riding all the way around France and then right back through the middle into Paris. It's going to be tough. And the target of £100,000 is high, but if I'm going to be doing that sort of effort in 21 days, I want to raise as much money as I can. Why for mental health charities? Well, I struggled for a while with my own mental health, and I have to give up work and change jobs. And I lost a great friend of mine who sadly committed suicide with his struggles with mental health. And frankly, the statistics for 40-year-olds, especially males, and 50-year-olds for suicide and depression is massive, and everybody thinks it's just a youth thing, and it's not. Plus, when I do big challenges like this, I get to eat pastries like this. I think that I'm going to hide it. So that's me dropped off Pub Mayor, past Soler, grabbed some water and a pastry, and I've cracked on fairly quick. I don't like hanging around too much because I always get horrible coffee legs and I hate that sensation. So I'm trying to make my stops as sharp as possible.
We could run away, we don't gotta stay. I can feel it, it burns inside me. Take away the pain, we can go insane. I can feel it, it burns inside me. We could run away, we don't gotta stay. I can feel it, it burns inside me. Take away the pain, we can go insane. Trust me, I won't let you down. I won't let you down. Yeah, I won't let you down.
I've dropped down into Andrex, quick Coca-Cola, back on the bike. It feels like I've made good time. I've done 79 miles in total riding time of 5 hours and 10. And the Garmin's telling me I've done 8,451 feet of climbing so far. I should have enough fluids now to get me to Palma, and then I'll stop off at my usual petrol station, stock up, and then I've got that long stretch of road where there's nowhere you can get water for a fair bit of time, so I'll make sure I take on as much as I can. Made it to Palma, but the wind does not look like it's in my direction, so this could be a bit tough. better crack on.
We can go insane. Trust me, I won't let you down.
Cheese and ham sandwich. Got through Palma all right, but I started to get quite hungry, so I had to stop at a petrol station, get a sandwich. From my experience, when you do these things, nothing beats real food. You can have all the gels, all the mixes, all those sort of things, and they do work, but real food always satisfies your hunger cravings. It beats everything, hands down.
We keep on walking through fire.
How long this road is, but it's awesome. Just heading through Porto Cristo. I didn't take any video because I'm a rubbish YouTuber.
Keep on playing games. Oh, adding more fuel to the flames.
Last petrol station stop. I always stop here in Arta, Coke, then crack on.
I don't wanna love you. I don't wanna hurt you anymore.
Almost home. Well, that's me back. I don't think I've pushed myself any harder. I paced it fairly well, so my average heart rate was 127 and maximum heart rate was 150. So it shows you I wasn't absolutely smashing it. Average pace was 17.7 miles an hour, and I did 190 miles in 10 hours and 46. I'm kind of happy with that. Righty, enough riding around car parks. I'm blooming starving, so I'm going to go and get something to eat. It's the next day after the video I just shot, and I forgot to ask you to do one thing, which is like and subscribe, and that way you can stay in touch. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back in a couple of weeks' time. Cheers.